to Power Lunch. Summer isn't that far away. It's finally starting to feel like it. Of course, that will then mean excessive heat and excessive demand on the nation's power grids. Some recent failures highlighting the need for alternative technologies to support the grid. Diana Olick is here with details in her continuing series on climate startups. Diana?
Well, Kelly, in a warming world with increasingly extreme weather events, homeowners have been looking more and more to backup batteries. But those only last so long, and really much of the problems now lie not in the backup, but in the actual grids providing that power. Enter the virtual power plant. Base Power doesn't sell home backup batteries like Tesla or Enphase. It's a battery-based energy company. The Austin, Texas startup installs its batteries on homes and then sells energy both to homeowners and to the grid.
We maintain ownership of the battery, we own and operate it, we handle all the maintenance.
And in doing so, it can manipulate how that battery is used, specifically accessing cheaper power and passing that savings on to the consumer.
We charge the battery right from the grid when demand is low. So think, midnight to 4 in the morning when people are sleeping and there's not a lot of electricity being used. That's when we're charging the battery. And then when power demand is the highest, in the evenings, in the summer, or in the mornings in the winter, we discharge the battery to support the grid.
In other words, they sell power to the grid. So for an upfront fee of $595 and then about $19 a month, homeowners get access to reliable power provided by Base, which claims its prices are 10 to 15% less than traditional electric companies. Base is now serving one of the nation's largest home builders, Lennar, which is also an investor. In roughly 20 Lennar outage-prone communities in Texas, Base installs batteries during the construction process. This allows Lennar to market itself as a differentiator.
It's much broader than are we going to make money on money? It's are we going to be able to improve the overall stature of the home building business as it seeks to address the markets that are stressed and having problems. Utilities and electricity is a part of that.
In addition to Lennar, Base is backed by Thrive Capital, Valor Equity Partners, Lightspeed Venture Partners, Andreessen Horowitz, and Addition. Total funding so far, $268 million. And Base recently announced its first utility partnership in a new region near San Antonio. They're hoping to expand outside of Texas soon. The batteries, though, are made in China, and Dell says they will see an impact on that from tariffs. Back to you.
It still goes back to the question of, is solar kind of an important thing to have in order to pull this off successfully, and what do those economics now look like?
Well, interestingly, Kelly, only about half of Base's customer base have solar. You don't need to have solar for this. Of course, it's going to help you. And if you do have solar, you can then sell that solar power back to Base and you can get money for that. But again, that's not necessary in this business model where Base is really providing the power, charging you up and then discharging when you don't need that energy.